Hey y'all, Ash here. As you can tell, leaving Tokyo, it was freezing. It started snowing down pretty heavily. I think it even did it over the night. But that did make going to the train station a little bit difficult. This time though, we were going to Osaka. So I made sure to get us some nice window seats so that we can kind of peek out. Unfortunately, no Mount Fuji. We weren't that lucky. But we were able to see the gorgeous scenery as we passed along different prefectures in Japan. We then got to Osaka itself. As you can tell, this city is also massive, just like Tokyo. And of course, the first stop we had to go to was the Pokemon Center, although I won't show a lot of footage from there. After that, we ran right out, then we started to explore Osaka itself. We saw a whole bunch of cool places aside from the actual buildings. We saw some more cherry blossoms, which were very colorful and popped out like crazy. And then we made our way onto Osaka Castle itself, which had this really cool giant moat around it. However, that's not the only cool thing this place had, as all the buildings had that traditional Japanese architecture feel to it. Osaka Castle in itself is definitely worth visiting because it has a little bit of Japan spread all over it. Gorgeous scenery, amazing looking buildings, cool statues, you name it. This place really does have it all. There's also a serene vibe that this place just has to it, with how everything sounds all quiet, but you can hear like the wrestling, light talking. I'm gonna stop talking so that you guys can hear what I'm talking about. I know it was a short little bit, but I hope it gave you an aspect of the vibe that this place and kinda Japan in general has. Anyways, we got to Osaka Castle itself, and as you can tell, this place was massive. It also had this really cool building right next to it, which we'll actually go in, but more on that later. As far as Osaka Castle itself, this video really doesn't give it justice as to the scale of this thing. The white and green coloring is a nice juxtaposition of the actual greenery on the outside. If you look carefully, you'll also be able to see little gold fixtures spread about it. However, going back to the building that I mentioned before, they actually had a Kaido figure museum inside of it. This figure museum had a ton of variety inside of it. And while they weren't too keen on actual filming, they did let us take a whole bunch of pictures. As you can tell from the footage, they had a ton of different variety in the figures themselves, which some of them being massive, even bigger than us, and some of them being really tiny, and everything in between, as you can guess. I'll go ahead and let the footage play out so you can see everything that it had, but it had a good variety of a whole bunch of franchises and then some. As you can tell, they really like Evangelion here, a trend which followed in Japan in general. Anyways, after that, we trekked out of the castle, then made our way back into the station where we found these really cute little bunny and other animal figures that you kind of see at the store sometimes. However, we were starving, so it was time to eat. This matcha parfait thing was nuts and perfect for a matcha lover like me, and did enough to actually satisfy my craving, which nothing else does. However, the main event was these pancakes, and oh my god, am I still craving them. Right after this though, it was finally time for us to check into our hotel, and oh boy, is this hotel different than any other. Yup, your eyes are not deceiving you. The front staff at our hotel were actual dinosaurs. Now you're able to check in with those pads in front, however, the dinosaurs are communicating with you in English and Japanese the entire time. いらっしゃいませ。変なホテルへようこそ。タッチパネルにて言語を選択してください。Welcome to Henna Hotel. Please use the touch panel to select your language. After checking into our hotel, which by the way isn't just a gimmick, that hotel was actually one of our favorite in our entire trip, we decided to actually explore Osaka itself because it has a ton of street food and awesome glowing neon signs for you to observe. On top of the awesome looking signs, they actually have great street food here as well. After this, we were extremely tired, however we couldn't miss out on the iconic neon signs that Osaka has. So we went to explore that, saw the river for a bit, got a few little snacks on the way, and then made our way back to our hotel. As you can tell, Osaka is a gorgeous place that is definitely worth visiting if you come to Japan. If not for the amazing scenery, the even better food, which was so good that I even forgot to record it. However, this does conclude this video, so thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, you know all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ash out.